If you're into crypto mining, you probably know exactly what ASICs are, but if you don't, they're basically specialized computers that mine one or two single tokens, with these specialized computers going for around 2 grand all the way up to $50,000 in the bull run. Well, today I want to talk about a device that will let you earn passive income in the form of a cryptocurrency token for under $150. Hey, what's up, peeps? It's your boy Marcel, aka Smolcalm. I hope you're doing well. Today I'm wearing the Seiko Patty. I mean, y'all know it's my daily watch now. Mwah! Anyways, how about we get to the subject of this video, which is going to be Fry miners. I'm gonna run you through the whole shebang, meaning what's the price of the token, how they work, how much liquidity is there in the different pools, and if this video gets 100 likes before the end of next week, I'll even give one away. So scroll down a little bit, hit the like button, subscribe button's not that far from it, you can hit that too. First things first, how did I hear about this project? I actually stumbled upon Fry's cryptocurrency miners on Twitter. I've been on Twitter more and more, and I think it's an amazing social media platform to keep up with the trends of anything that you're interested in, and especially the crypto and Web3 space, in my opinion. So yeah, you could totally go shoot me a follow over there, but I digress. You probably clicked on this video though because you want to know how to get some passive income. And by passive income, I mean fully passive. Once these things are plugged in and configured, you won't have to do anything, and daily you'll receive your rewards. In order for you to understand what the device I'm about to show you does, you first have to understand VPNs, or virtual private network. If you've been watching YouTube and you haven't been under a rock for the past 2 years, you probably know about NordVPN, Surfshark, etc. They advertise in a lot of content creators' videos, and simply put, a traditional VPN is a way to hide your device's IP address or make it seem like it's somewhere else. Let's say you wanted to watch a show on Netflix, but it's not available in your country yet, but it came out 2 weeks ago in another country. You can totally use a VPN to make Netflix believe that your computer is in that other country and watch your show before it's available in yours. Now, that's a traditional VPN, and obviously in order to make it run that way, a private company, meaning a centralized authority, needs to build a network of nodes to which you'll be able to connect from a distance and fake your IP address. The thing that kind of sucks with that is that that company still sees what you're actually doing yourself, and that's why nowadays we have DVPNs, or decentralized virtual private networks, that are not owned by a company or a single entity, and everybody can actually create and run a node at home and generate a little bit of passive income. Now, where it starts to be a pain is that there's around a dozen of these services that you can sign up to, and you either have to download a lot of different stuff on your computer, know how to code, have your computer turned on at all times, and you're usually making pennies on the dollar. And here's where Fry's Crypto Excursions come into play. They allow you to buy one device with all of those apps installed on it that you just have to plug in, set up really quickly, and let it run. And instead of getting pennies monthly with 10 different services with minimum payout thresholds, Fry pays you daily in their crypto called Fry's Crypto. Now, how about you say we jump onto their website? We're now on their website, and as you can see, Fry's Crypto Excursions helping everyday people venture into crypto. Now, I do really like that sentence because I love bringing people into crypto, including my mother. I even tried with my sister, but she's not that interested by it. But yeah, helping everyday people venture into crypto, I think, is an awesome thing to do. A second thing I really like with what they're doing, if we take a look at their miners right here, as you can see, they're currently going for $120 for both models. This just looks like a normal small computer, right? Well, the crazy thing is, and I really like this, please know that the look of the miner may vary as our miners are made from recycled electronics. Now, this is one of the reasons that they're able to keep the price of the miner low, because they used recycled hardware. But the really cool thing about it is that they're actually recycling hardware, meaning they're not putting even more electrical trash and debris into the world, because in our age of fast consumption of different goods, a lot of stuff gets thrown out every year, contaminating the ecosystems and making it not healthy for the populations to live there. So I do really appreciate the step of going the recycled way with these devices. Now, I know exactly what you're asking yourself. It goes for $120. By the way, if you use code SMOLCALM and the link in the description, you'll get 10% off your order, which means that you'll actually be paying $108 instead of 120. Plus, it helps out the channel. But how much does it mine? What's like the estimated return on investment time? Well, first of all, we'll cover the two different models. The first one being the satellite miner, and the second one being the bandwidth miner. The satellite miner will actually do a different job than the bandwidth miner, the actual DVPN that we talked about earlier in the video. But the great thing with this one is that you can have as many as you want inside of your house or your apartment or wherever you're gonna put these. And this one will earn 42.86 Fry tokens daily. But the one I'm really interested in is the bandwidth miner. And this one will earn more than double what the other one does, with 107.86 Fry earned daily. There is a reason for this, and it's that with the bandwidth miner, you can only have one running on each public IP, meaning each internet connection, each router. You can totally ask your ISP for a second public IP address, but I do know that in some countries you might have to pay for it. But now let's take a look at profitability and why you might actually end up paying for a second IP. This is the current price of the token. We're looking at right under 1 cent, $0.0064. But we can see that the all-time high was around 0.16 algo, which nowadays is around 3 cents and 1/3. And that all-time high wasn't that long ago. It was just a couple days ago. The project is still very new. And if we run some quick math, the bandwidth miner earned 107.86 tokens per day. Let's just take this price of 3 cents because I do believe that the price of the token is going to eventually shoot up. That's $3.55 a day on a device that you paid $108 for. Now that would be $108 divided by 3.55, an average estimated time at the price of 3 cents of 30 days, around 31 days for your return on investment. Which, I mean, not gonna lie, not bad at all. Obviously, guys, this is entertainment. None of this is financial advice. Always do your own research. But now let's take a look at their roadmap. Their Q1 for 2023 is to ship batch 1 of all Fry miners. So they're still currently doing this, and they're actually shipping by batches, kind of like what we've seen with helium miners. Q2 of 2023, the biggest update is going to be releasing the Explorer. Then we'll see Q4 of 2023, the Para and My Algo Wallet website integrations with the Fry governance being released. And what I really actually like is that they're seeing far beyond. I've actually talked with the project owner about this. He wants to launch a VPN network using these Fry miners and a Fry GNSS constellation map on mainnet, which, not gonna lie, kinda cool. I almost forgot to mention, these miners are supposed to pull between 42 and 65 watts. My computer, when it's doing nothing, pulls 200 watts. As soon as I boot up any software, I start pulling like 500 to 600 watts. So this is a way better option than having all just these different VPN nodes running on your computer, because you'll be using way less electricity. Now we're taking a look at the white paper, our mission. Today, there is a huge learning curve when it comes to entering crypto. In order for the mass adoption of crypto to take place, this learning curve must be lessened. Basically, what I talked about putting a lot of different stuff inside of one single plug and play device. Now, this is a pretty smart thing, I believe, to put in the white paper, and they say that in order to stay compliant with the SEC, since SEC is doing a lot of stuff lately, as we are a US-based company, staking will not be available. So yeah, staying out of dangerous business, let's say. Here are the mining rewards that we already went over. There is a version of the software that runs on those devices that you can install on your computer yourself, but you will need to do a little bit of code, and you'll only earn 1 Fry token each day instead of the 107 or the 42 Fry each day. Now, here are the apps I was talking about. How does my bandwidth get mined? They eventually plan to have their own VPN network, but for the time being, the bandwidth miners will be running exit node softwares for other VPN services. These services include Honeygain Network, Peer-to-Profit, Ernap, Packet Streams, Proxy Rack, Traf Monetizer, the Mysterium Network, Spider, Pawns, Privatix, repocket, mask, and more. Basically, just imagine going through the pain of installing all of these things on your computer and making it slower when you can have it run on one of these Fry miners. And for the satellite miner, your satellite data gets mined via collecting data on the position of satellites that the miner can see. This will help aid in the tracking of satellites, among other things. This data will be sold to companies every now and then. However, regardless of how and when the data is sold, you will always be rewarded for the data that is mined. Now, one thing to keep in mind with the bandwidth mining one is that these are actually exit nodes for VPNs, meaning people are using a VPN to mask their IP, and it could just be to watch Netflix in another country, but it could also be to do some pretty sketchy stuff. And that's for you to decide if you want to actually go ahead and run one of these. Personally, I do have 4 on the way. I am in France though, not the US. I'm not totally sure how it works over there, but if my ISP comes to me and says, hey, there was some fishy stuff going on there, I'll just be like, wasn't me. Now, we covered this earlier, the green initiative, which is basically instead of going and buying new equipment, the main way that the Fry miners are green is through recycling e-waste, which amazing for the planet. And they say we will always try to have our Fry bandwidth and satellite miners utilize recycled technological parts from that would otherwise be thrown away. That ranges from RAM, CPU, SSDs, and entire computer systems. Now, if you're not super techie or a gamer like I am, don't worry about it. All these components are in a normal computer and also in your phone. However, even though our miners are recycled in some way, that does not mean that they are not quality. They will be high quality and mine Fry without issue. This does also mean that miners may vary in appearance. Something I like very much because I don't know if you saw when we were on the price of the token, but currently the liquidity pool only has like around $1,000 in it. But here it states in the white paper that 10% from each hardware sale and bandwidth sale will go towards the project's liquidity, which I think is a good idea because basically the more the project grows, the more liquidity it'll have. And on top of that, they tweeted the other day that with the recent My Algo wallet hacks, I think they took a very good decision by locking up 88.75% of their supply, making the circulating supply only 11.25% of what it is. Now, if you're already into crypto and you don't want to run a bandwidth or a satellite miner, I think there's a couple ways you'll be able to make money with Fry, either by installing the software on your computer, which is technically still running the bandwidth miner, but you're making 1/107 than what you could be making. You could provide to the liquidity pool and get the trading fees for the token, or you could just buy and hold the token hoping that it goes up. You know I'm always transparent with you guys, so full disclaimer, I did receive some Fry tokens in order to make this video, but you also know I don't cover projects I don't want to cover. As I said earlier, if you do want to get a Fry miner, use code SMOLECALM and you'll get 10% off. If you do, please let me know down in the comments. On that note, I hope you guys have a good one. It was your boy Marcel, aka SMOLECALM, and I'll catch y'all in another one. Peace.